Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video contains frank and open discussions of sex, rape, witchcraft, Satanism, misogyny, and misandry. Viewing beyond this point is a choice that you have made. You have been warned.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good time. The subject matter of this video is going to be talking about some rather sensitive areas. If you are triggered by topics such as sex, rape, misogyny, religious rebellion, Satanism, this is not the video for you. There is no shame in clicking off this video right now and going someplace else, because things are going to get weird. For those people out there who know me in real life and know about where my weird factor, about how far this pushes my limits. It is definitely not everyone's cup of tea. And when I say that, I mean not even the kettle of tea. Not everyone's kettle of tea, or not everyone's tea plant. This video, if you've read the title below, we're going to be talking about the 1973 movie. Well, movie is using a very, very loose definition of movie. Belladonna of Sadness. It is a Japanese feminist portrayal, or basically it's the late 60s, early 70s Japanese portrayal or satire of the 1862 book La Sorcellerie. La Sorcellerie, it's French. It's LA space SORCIERE. La Sorcellerie. I think that's how it's pronounced. Written by Jules Michel. Yes, it was written during our American Civil War. And basically, the author of the book pretty much sets forward that if a woman has any other ambitions in her life than to receive sperm from a man to make babies, she's a witch. Pure and simple. That if she's not happy being married, being used as a sex object, being used as a slave, she's a witch. And basically that's what inspired the movie. So, like I said, before we get off into this, you can click away now. No shame, no hard feelings, nothing. Okay. Belladonna of Sadness. this movie is, and calling it a movie is using the term movie very generously, like I said earlier, because of budget constraints, because of basically at this point Japanese animation was trying to go above and beyond what it already had established, and the tech wasn't quite there. Between that and getting screwed by the money people, this movie has a little bit of animation and a lot of slides. It's all done in watercolors. It is beautiful. It is a marvel to look at. Like I said, it is just one of those beautiful, the art, the story. The story centers around a set of newlyweds who, by custom, after they get married, after they get married, they go before their local magistrate, the Baron, and basically present, themselves as a married couple. And they pay whatever tax the noble wants to be paid. And this particular couple, the wife, the female, is extremely, extremely attractive. Very nice looking woman. So the Baron intentionally sets a tax that he knows the husband cannot pay. And the ability not to pay, you get fined. And the Baron's fine was to have his wife sexually. To have this man's wife sexually. And basically for about a day and a half, the Baron and his groupies basically just rape her. Just whenever they feel like it, they go in and just rape the shit out of her. Then when they're done using her, they kick her out. They're just like, we're done with you, bye, peace, and send her back to her husband. And her husband is, doesn't want a wife that's been used like that. So he basically shuns her. Then she, in desperation or whatever, winds up being confronted by Satan. She quite literally sells her soul to Satan for the power to have revenge on all these guys that violated her. And that's what they did. They violated the shit out of her. The devil, Satan, demon, however you want to translate it, quite literally enters her with a very, very large penis, and we get a sequence of her basically being ripped in half from the vagina to the neck, and basically completes this transaction of soul selling. She comes to power. She has her revenge, and she murders. She rapes and murders and pillages, and it's just, it's pretty gory. The movie ends pretty much with her the church and people wrangling her down, capturing her and crucifying her. But what they don't realize is the spilling of her blood leads to feminism. At the very end, you get flashes of like Joan of Arc, Lady Liberty, all these historical strong female characters are attributed back to her. I imagine in 1973 that this movie did not go over well in the United States. With our puritanical founding, our puritanical upbringing, for lack of a better term, I imagine this did not go well. And the fact that there's very little, almost no animation. I think there's maybe, out of the entire length of the movie, it's about, I want to say about 90 minutes long. There's probably only about 8 to 10 minutes of actual animation. And everything else is basically watercolor slides. And the art, the time that was taken on these watercolors are beautiful. Disturbing. Some of them are very, very disturbing. They're very, for lack of a better term, very sexual, very violent, very. It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of hard to put into words. Is disturbing as this is, and it doesn't help the fact that there's not an American dub. It's subtitles only. And for somebody like me who's dyslexic, that made the movie even harder to watch because because I can't read very fast. I had to keep pausing the movie. And when you pause to read and you're on a frame of somebody getting split open from their vagina to their neck, it can be a little bit disturbing. Kind of nightmare feel. This movie is not for the faint of heart. I would not recommend it to just anybody. If you can see something, you can set your personal bias, your personal beliefs to the side for a little bit. This is not a bad movie to watch. However, if you cannot separate yourself from your personal religious beliefs, your personal social beliefs, your personal views on sex and a woman's place in society and all that, even if you have some of the most liberal views there are, this movie's going to push them. It's going to push them hard. But in the end, it is well worth it. If you can find a translation of the book, it translates into La Sorcière. It translates into English as either the witch or the sorceress or the witch, I believe. Let me check that real quick. See. Not that page. Let's see what this page says. Yeah. Into the witch or the sorceress. Sometimes it is simply translated as witchcraft. But I will probably put a link in the bottom for Amazon, because you can get it on Amazon. You can get everything on Amazon. You give Amazon long enough, you'll be able to get a wife before too long. But like I said, this is not everyone's tea crop. Pot of tea, cup of tea. It is not. It is. And as somebody, like I said, I am somebody that finds Rob Zombie kind of meh. So, if depending on how you view Rob Zombie, you may or may not want to check this movie out. And there's a reason why there are 900,000 warnings at the beginning. And there's probably, with the warnings that I put at the beginning of this video, it's probably almost as long as the video. Like I said, it's something, and I use the term, like I said, I use the term movie very, very generously. But if you can stomach it and deal with the nightmares, it is well worth it. It is one of those things that you may hate it. You may disagree with every single second of this movie. But from a historical and cultural standpoint, for expanding how other people see things, how other people view the world, it is definitely a movie to check out. And I'm going to wrap things up here. And as always, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?